Hello folks, Junkie Rock 13 here. Everything vaping related is Junkie Rock 13. My real name is Ross Sanders, and today we're going to be taking a look at a device that I've had for months. Okay, it is the AGA-T2. This device definitely deserves a review. It is one of the better, less expensive Genesis devices. The design is nice, functionality is good, and it works decent. So I did purchase these through a co-op, like I said, months ago, and I'm going to take a look at it, see what I think about it, and at the end of this video I do have a giveaway for my subscribers and my viewers. So stay tuned, check out the video, and let's see what I got. Okay, so here we go. Here's the unboxing of the AGA-T2, or T squared, whatever you want to call it. Okay, here's the typical box that Chinese atomizers are coming in. Just open it up, pull it out, and like I said, just a typical cardboard box. And we have a little package of O-rings, a little tiny piece of stainless steel mesh, a little insulator, replacement screw, replacement nut, another O-ring, and a very tiny piece of Ganthol in there. Okay. Then we have the AGA-T2 and a replacement glass tank, which I believe to be Pyrex. Okay, so we're going to just throw that off to the sides and just look a little bit at the AGA-T2. Now, this one does come apart with O-rings, the top cap, so you can adjust the throat head on it. What I'm actually going to do is break this down, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. It's all broken down now. Let's first start off by the top cap. Show you that the air hole is still a little smaller than I like. But it does still have the 3 grooved lines. I'm going to just pull in the original AGA-T, and this is the original AGA-T. This is the new AGA-T2. You'll notice the difference. There is threaded threads in here, and it's just smooth. Okay, on top you'll notice that there is a little line going around the 510 connection there, like a little groove, and this one is smooth, and they're pretty much the same size. Might be off of fine hair, but not that much. Okay, and here's the original AGA-T. Okay, you do have the grooves here, and they went to a nice little Pyrex tank right here. Okay, and we also went from knurling to a smooth bottom and top. Still the standard 510 connection underneath, but the way the tank sits in there now is on basically a gasket instead of O-rings. This little rubber gasket will be sitting in the bottom and also on the top section. All stainless steel, nice solid piece of metal, nicely machined. The top is also a little bit different. You'll notice that there is the location of the holes are a little bit different. Okay. Right now in the new one, we have the extended post here that you can use for silica wicks. And then we have our standard hole right there for our wick. Alright, and this is your negative screw. And right here you have other screws that can be removed. I always remove this screw right here and just leave it out, so when my wick is in this hole right here and I'm tipping it, air can come in through this hole. Okay, we'll show that when I put it together. And we have your positive post, stainless steel. Okay. The little thumb nuts are a little bit different. I actually like the older ones on the last model a little bit better. These are smaller. They seem to strip a little bit faster. It might be just my device, but in my opinion it seems to strip. And we still have the standard silicone insulators here. It'd be nice if they went to something else because these melt out, but it is nice that they give you an extra one. They should give you an extra few in the set. And our center post, which has threads on both sides, a little O-ring, and it allows the center post to go right up through the middle. Okay, so I'm going to put this together real quick. First start off by the bottom piece. We're going to take the tank, put the tank in, and like I said, it's just going to sit in there on that gasket. Okay, actually let me take this piece and screw it in the little center post right there. Screw it in all the way. Now I can take the tank and put it on there, and then the top section, which just screws on to that center pole or post, and just screw it down nice and snug. Don't over tight it so you crack your glass, but I screw it down nice and snug so there's not going to be no leaks with that them gaskets in there. Then I'm going to take my little insulators and put them in, because I did take them out. Most of the time when you take this apart for cleaning, these insulators stay in there, so when you do rinse them out, make sure you don't rinse them down the drain. And then the top one is just gonna set. Come on. Of course. Why do I always have trouble when I'm on camera? You know what? Let me do, actually, let me just push the positive post through the bottom, right up through there, and then it comes out through the top. And now I can push that in there maybe better. Hopefully. Use a little screwdriver. Push it down. Why am I having so much trouble? Okay. There we go. Okay, that was a battle. And this one came off right on the positive post. Just make sure when you push it up through, the bottom is in there, and that one is nice and down in there. Okay,
So there's the insulator. Took too long with that. And then I'm just going to put one of these thumb screws all the way down. Tighten it up a little bit. And then bring one more on. And make it nice and snug. Now you don't want to over squeeze that insulator out, but you want to make sure it's nice and tight in your positive post. Connector down here is still sticking out the 510 threading. We can take the other one and push it on there. I just tighten them up a little bit, and then I loosen up the top one because my canthal is going to go through there. Okay, and I'm taking out that extra screw, putting that over to the side. So now what I'm going to do, take the top cap, set it in there. I'm going to grab my already oxidized wick. Okay, and now I'm going to grab my canthal, which is on the other side of the room, of course. I just have some ribbon wire, okay, which is 0.2, so it's like 32 gauge canthal, but flat ribbon wire, just hard to see. Okay, and I'm just gonna wrap a coil real quick on this. I've done it plenty of times on camera, but I'm just gonna do this real quick as well. Now I'm going to use this screwdriver because it kind of fits in the hole rather nice. Oh, I'm losing my color for some reason. Sorry about that. Okay, so had to fix the color on it. For some reason it was adjusting kind of weird. So I'm just going to take this screwdriver because it kind of fits in that wick hole kind of nice and tight. What I'm going to do before I do that, I'm just going to take my canthal and just bend the end a little bit so it's like a little V, if you can see that. Okay, so now the way that's going to work is by going under that negative screw. Okay, and just tightening down the negative post all the way. Okay. Hope you can see that. I'm trying to get it to see. Let me go in just a little bit. Okay. So now I'm going to take this little screwdriver, put it in the wick hole, and leave it out a little bit to wrap the canthal around it. So I'm just going to keep it in one place so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, and when you're working with ribbon wire, you want to keep it flat. You don't want to keep no twists in it. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go 3 nice turns, or 3 wraps, just like so, and I'm gonna loosen that up just a little bit and go wrapping around and come back through there. Tighten it down. one thing, I'm just gonna fix that, and then I can pull out this little screwdriver. Okay, I'm just gonna break it right here with my wire clippers. Take a device, I just got a Segulli number 8, and put it together. And just give it a quick fire. Okay. There's my coil. Glowing nice and bright. And then what I'm going to do is just make sure that this wick goes right down in between. So if I need to tighten this up a little bit, I can. Okay. And then just push it down in there. Now it's nice and tight towards the top. And that's where the coil is, so that's kind of where I want it to be, nice and tight. Okay, I can break off this one that's around the negative, make sure that's nice and tight in there, which it wasn't. Okay, break that piece off, and then just give it a quick fire and see what it's doing. Okay, it's not perfect, but I'm going to adjust it right now. Make it nice and even on the wick, sort of spaced out. Okay. Trying to get the best in the camera there. Okay, it's still a little uneven, so I'm gonna just make sure I can try to get it as spaced out as possible, nice and even. Now, what I like to do sometimes when I'm working with these is, because there's a little space between the positive post and the wick, is I'll loosen this up, the top washer or thumb screw, and just pull it through, or just pull it a little bit tighter. Push it in a little more, and then tighten it up. Okay, now let's see what we got. A little bit better. The top is not so hot. It's the middle one that's a little hot now. Move that up just a little bit. That looks pretty nice. I know it sucks under camera. Come on. Okay. That looks nice and evenly glowed. Alright, so I'm gonna just break off this little end of my little cheap wire clippers. I need a new pair. Okay. Okay, that coil's looking pretty good. Alright, so just gonna grab some juice, some Cosmic Crunch, check out the bottom, put some in a syringe. Okay. Turn my tools off. And then just fill it up. I'm not going to fill it up all the way. Probably like 2/3 of the way full. Okay. I'm just going to let help the juice soak into the wick and give it a fire. Looks like it's vaping pretty good. Okay, folks. So I'm just going to take top cap, put it on, line up the air hole with the wick right there. And I'm going to take my little stainless steel drip tip and put it on there. Okay, folks. So there is, I dropped it, the AGA-T2. Let's see how it vapes and see what I think about it. Okay, so there you go. There's the close-up of the AGA-T2 or T squared. Some people call these the AGA-T2s. It's AGA. It's not AGA. And it's just my opinion. I mean, you can call it whatever you want. You pay for it. You bought it. You can call it whatever you want. But it's not AGA. It's AGA. Okay. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. Anyhow, the AGA-T2 is a Genesis Atomizer that can be used with silica or stainless steel mesh or the cable or whatever you use for wicking material, and it works pretty good. It's easier to set up, in my opinion, than the original AGA-T because the positive post is just a hair closer. The negative posts, negative screws are a little bit closer to the wick hole. It's got glass. It's smooth. It looks nice on the Segali 8. It's a pretty decent device, in my opinion. Let me give it a vape and talk about it a little bit more. It's like about a 0.9 1 coil. It's like a 32 gauge ribbon wire at 3 wraps. It's kind of like what I like to vape at. Nice flavor, good vapor, and it's not too hot. You don't have to keep juice constantly flowing on the wick for like your 0.5 coils or your 0.3 coils, which I tend not to enjoy. I'm more of a 1 ohm coil, 0.9 to 1.2. That's my area. But however you vape is your choice. I'm enjoying this device, and if you are looking for a Genesis device and you don't want to break the bank, the AGA-T2 is definitely an option out there. I like mine. Let me give it one more vape. Very good. That's what I got, folks. So I have a brand new AGA-T with the extra replaceable tank. Okay, it's not even been used. It's not been filled. It's got the little
And the way my contest goes, the giveaways go, is to enter for this giveaway, you must be a subscriber to this channel, and you must comment on this video in the YouTube comment section. So if this video is posted in a forum, you must go to YouTube and post a comment. And please, you must be a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber and your name is pulled because you pulled a comment, this will not be getting shipped to you. And I will give it away on my Nova Broadcasting show. So that's what you have to do. You must be 18 years old or older. I will ship anywhere. That doesn't bother me. And a subscriber and comment on the video. Thank you all for watching again. Be kind to one another and keep on vaping, everybody. Take care.